2022, with a lot lined up before the floor of the House this afternoon. This broadcast has been made possible through the collaboration between the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation and the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit. My name is Gladys Mungai, and I'll be taking you through the highlights in the order of business this afternoon. A couple of motions are lined up and given priority in the order of business today. The first motion is the report on the Committee of the Whole House on the Children Bill, this being Bill number 38 of the year 2021 by the Leader of Majority, that the House adopts and do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration on the Children Bill, Bill number 38 of the year 2021. The principal object of the bill is to mainly give effect to Article 53 of the Constitution that sets out children's rights. It provides for the obligations and matters of parental responsibilities, matters fostering, adoption, matters custody, maintenance, guidance, care, as well as protection of children and regulation of children institutions, among others. The bill also seeks to repeal and overhaul the law relating to the children, and this act is Act number 8 of the year 2001, which is not attuned to the significant legislative as well as policy changes and strides that have been made, and this is since its enactment. Another motion given priority on the order paper today is the implementation status of the report of the petition on the irregular renewal of leases of the land by Del Monte Kenya Limited and the eviction of workers from their land in Roysambu by the Kenya Defence Forces. This particular motion is by the Chairperson Committee on Implementation, and this particular motion is that the House adopts the report of the Committee of the Implementation on its consideration of the implementation status on the reports of the Departmental Committee on Matters Lands. And this particular report by the Committee on Implementation was laid on the table of the House on December 22nd last year. And this particular report followed a petition on the irregular renewal of leases of land by Del Monte Kenya and a petition by former workers of the late Mayor Jacob Samuels regarding the invasion and eviction of workers from their land in Roysambu constituency. The House will be resuming debate that was interrupted on Thursday, May 19, the year 2022. The House will also be considering a number of bills under the Committee of the Whole. And to just mention a few is a Military Veterans Bill, Bill number 4 of the year 2022.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in wisdom and goodness have appointed the office of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and the welfare of our country and of those whose interests were committed to our charge. Amen. Such at times, ring the bell for quorum.
The Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Justin Muturi, has ordered that the quorum bell be rung for 10 minutes, and this is owing to the fact that the House lacks the requisite quorum to commence business this afternoon. A look at the order paper this afternoon under the Committee of the Whole House. The House is set to consider the Military Veterans Bill, this being a bill by the Leader of Majority, Bill number 4 of the year 2022. And the principal object of this bill is to establish a regulatory and institutional framework for the management of military veterans affairs. And this is for the provision of benefits to military veterans and military veterans' dependents. The bill also seeks to establish the Dependents Education Fund, establish the Defence Forces Retirement Home, and this is for the connected purposes. The bill has in total 23 clauses, and some of the clauses in the bills is that under Clause 8, the bill provides for the powers of the Defence Council under the Act. Clause 9 established the office of the Director of Military Veterans and also placed it under the supervision of the Chief Defence Forces. Under the Committee of the Whole is that the House will consider the National Government Constituencies Development Fund, this being an amendment Bill number 4 of the year 2021. And this particular bill is by the Chairperson Committee on the National Government Constituency Development Funds. The last bill that will be considered under the Committee of the Whole House is the Persons with Disability Bill, a bill from the National Assembly, Bill number 61 of the year 2021. And in this particular bill is that it seeks to repeal the Persons with Disability Act number 14 of the year 2003 and have in place a law that is consistent with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The bill places effort, and this is towards realization of the rights of persons with disability in Kenya and societal responsibilities to protect and promote persons with disability. The bill under Clause 4 provides for the establishment, powers and functions of the National Council of Persons with Disability and states that the headquarters of the council shall be in Nairobi, but the other offices may be set up across the nation. And this particular part also provides for the financial provisions of this particular bill. The Chairperson Public Accounts Committee will be tabling the report on the examination of the financial statements for the national government for the year ended 2018-2019. That the House adopts the report of the Public Accounts Committee on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements for the national government, and this is for the financial year 2018-2019, with the report having been laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, May 7, 2022. The Chairperson Committee on Member Services and Facilities has a motion on the study visits of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, Canada. And in that particular motion is that the House adopts the report of the Committee on Member Services and Facilities. And this is in regards to a study visit on the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, Canada. And that particular study visit was undertaken from the 14th to 18th October 2019. And this particular committee laid its report on the table of the House on Tuesday, 1st December, the year 2020. The prompt payment bill is a bill from the Senate, bill number 16 of the year 2021. And this particular bill is by the Chairperson Departmental Committee on Matters Finance and National Planning, currently at the second stage. And so members of Parliament will be making their input in regards to the Prompt Payment Bill 2021. A look at the bill is that the bill seeks to provide for the prompt payment of the supply of goods, works, and services for the connected purposes. This particular bill seeks to solve the issue of delayed payment for the services rendered to various institutions. Apart from the prompt payment bill, another bill from the Senate as well that has been given highlight in the order of business today is the Manx bill, a bill originally by the Senator for Kitui County, Senator Enoch Wambua. And at the National Assembly, this particular bill is spearheaded by the Chairperson Departmental Committee on Matters Agriculture and Livestock. This particular bill is also at the second stage. And after the Senate passed the bill, it is...
Honourable members, now we quote, we can commence business.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honourable members, the Kenya National Assembly Prayer Fellowship Group shall host the 19th Annual National Prayer Breakfast this week on Thursday, 26 May 2022 at the Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi. It is expected that over 2,000 guests who comprise of political, business and religious leaders shall be in attendance. The theme for this year's prayer breakfast is Transitions as anchored in the book of 2 Timothy verses 1 to 7 of the Bible. The prayer breakfast shall be a prayer meeting organized by members of Parliament from both houses. Further, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya has accepted to attend the said annual National Prayer Breakfast. All members of Parliament are requested to pick the invitation cards to this reception and confirm attendance by Wednesday, 25th of May 2022 in order to facilitate seating arrangements. Honourable members, you may contact the chairpersons of the prayer breakfast group, being the Honourable Daniel Manzo, MP for Makueni, or the Honourable Senator Samuel Pogisho, the Senator for West Pokot, who are also the members of Parliament for Makueni and the two respective jurisdictions, and for any further clarification they may be able to offer. Thank you, members.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Leader of the Majority Party.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, May the 24th, 2022. Number 1 is a 2021-2022 Supplementary Estimates 2 program-based budget of the National Government of Kenya for the year. The 2021-2022 Supplementary Estimates 2 development expenditure, estimate of further sums required to be voted for the service of the year ending 30th of June 2022. Number 3 is the 2021-2022 supplementary estimates 2, recurrent expenditure, estimate of further sums required to be voted for the service of the year ending 30th of June 2022. Number 4, the annual reports and financial statements in respect to the Parliamentary Service Commission for the financial years 2017-2018, 2018-2019, and 2019-2020. Number 5, legal notice number 78 of 2022 relating to the National Gender and Equality Commission and GEC complaint handling procedure regulations of 2022. And number 6, the Public Service Commission County Appeals Procedure Regulations of 2022 and the explanatory memorandum from the Public Service Commission. And lastly, the report of the Auditor General Financial Statement with respect to the Civil Service Housing Scheme Fund 2021 and the certificate therein. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
The Chairman, Departmental Committee on Transport, Public Works and Housing, Honourable Kosi.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House to date Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Report of the Departmental Committee on Transport, Public Works and Housing on its constitution of the Traffic Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 60 of 2021. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Well, the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, Honourable Wanga.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House. Today, Tuesday, 24th May 2022. The report of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on its consideration of the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 22 of 2022. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable members, I have been requested and I have acceded to the request that the chair of the Committee on Delegated Legislation will be tabling his report later in the day during this sitting on some various regulations that they are considering, and also the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee will also later in the day during this sitting be tabling a report from that committee as well. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Yeah. Honourable members, we skip that second part of the response to the request for statements so as to dispose of the business appearing as number 8, order number 8 and 9 on the order, on the supplementary order paper.
Order number 8, procedural motion, exemption of business from the provisions of Standing Order 40(3).
Leader of Majority.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion that in view of the short period remaining before the commencement of the Synedier recess, this House orders that, notwithstanding the provisions of Study Order number 43, business sponsored by the majority or minority party or a committee shall be accorded priority during morning sittings of Wednesday, 25th of May and Wednesday, the 8th of June 2022. Honorable Speaker, as members will be aware, the House Business Committee had provided for reservation of Wednesday morning, and I believe that's been the practice, that we reserve Wednesday mornings for private members' business. And on the other business by parties and committees be on Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, and Thursday afternoon. But the experience, what we have experienced in the last week or so, us not appearing or not having enough supporters to come and support them in the business. So we've actually been losing out on that. And when we now look at all the business we have to cope with, we thought it would be good that we utilize those 2 Wednesday mornings, basically being the tomorrow and the last Wednesday before recess, as per the current calendar, to transact some of the very urgent business that we need in terms of the budget estimates, in terms of the finance bill, in terms of the CARA, in terms of the regulations, and we adjustable supplementary estimates that we might need to look at, and we only have basically 2 weeks, and one day of those 2 weeks, 2 sittings are taken by Madaraka Day next week. We could still slot it within the time allocated to committee in the afternoon, and we've done that on questions put to save some of these bills. So that's basically is a plea to members who especially have pending business that of the day that this House needs to be dispense with before we break, so that we at least we can do justice to the Republic. Honorable Speaker, I do not intend to, it's a decision we debated at length in House Business Committee and arrived at that as being of moving forward. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move and procedure.
Well, I second. I don't even know what it is. I second.
What was that?
Honour members, I propose the question, which is that in view of the short period remaining before commencement of the Synedier recess, this House orders that, notwithstanding the provision of Standing Order number 40, subsection 3, business sponsored by the majority or minority party or a committee shall be accorded priority during the morning sittings of Wednesday, 25th of May and Wednesday, 8th of June, 2022. I put the question that in view of the short period remaining before the commencement of the Synedier recess, this House orders that, notwithstanding the provision of Standing Order number 40, subsection 3, business sponsored by the majority or minority party or a committee shall be accorded priority during morning sittings of Wednesday, 25th May and Wednesday, 8th of June, 2022. Will as many as other opinions say aye? Aye. As many as other opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, the report of the Committee of the Whole House on the Children's Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2021.
Well, honourable members, consideration of this business was concluded last week. What remained was for the question to be put, which I hereby do, that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Children's Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2021. Will as many as have opinion say aye? As many as have opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover.
Honourable Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the Children's Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2021, be now read at that time. And Honourable Speaker, as I move this third reading, I want to recognize the efforts. This is perhaps the longest bill that this House has had to consider, and it's taken a lot of time, it's taken a lot of effort, and indeed, I believe we've had close to 5 sessions at the Committee of the Whole House uninterrupted. And at last, we have now a bill for the children of Kenya. So I want to really congratulate the members of here that we've done our bit, and I do hope the Senate can now take the remaining time before they break to agree with us so that the 12th Parliament would have given the children of Kenya a bill to ensure that their rights given in the 2010 Constitution are now anchored in a law that is modern to update the Children's Act of 2001, which is 21 years old. Honourable Speaker, I beg to move, and I also request the Honourable Wangwe to second.
Honourable Wangwe.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I do second. Thank you.
I propose the question, which is that the Children's Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2021, be now read a third time. Decide that I put the question, having confirmed that they are still correct. I put the question, which is that the Children's Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2021, be now read a third time. Will as many as that opinion say aye? As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of Parliament to give effect to Article 53 of the Constitution to make provisions for parental responsibility, fostering, adoption, custody, maintenance, guardianship, care, and protection of children, to make provision for and regulate the administration of children's institutions, to establish the National Council of Children's Services, and for connected purposes.
We'll go back to order number 7, the second segment, which is a response to a request for a statement. There was a request by the Honorable Kisang for a statement to be issued by the Chair of the Committee on Administration and National Security. Proceed, Honorable Mwadi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is a statement regarding the recent killings and rustling in Marakwet West constituency, Elgeyo Marakwet County. Honorable Speaker, on 29 March 2022, the Member of Parliament for Marakwet West constituency, Honorable William Kisang, requested for a statement in respect to the recent killings and cattle rustling activities in the constituency. The Honourable Member particularly sought for an explanation on one, when the National Police Reservist NPR's program will be reinstated to ensure that security in Elgeyo Marakwet County is restored to avert further loss of life and property. Two, the interventions that the government is making to enhance security in the region over and above the recruitment of NPRs from the local residents who are familiar with the local languages and the terrain. 3, the challenges that the security agencies are facing in gathering information to facilitate the identification and arrest of culprits, as well as addressing the security problems in the area. And 4, the plans that the ministry has in ensuring long-term and sustainable peace in the area, including disarmament operations and community engagements. Honorable Speaker, number 5, the measures that have been put in place by government agencies to recover stolen livestock and or compensate the victims who have been rendered poor by the illegal activity. Honorable Speaker, the response is as follows. The government has commenced the vetting and recruitment process of local NPRs to support the National Police Service. This is in recognition of the fact that local residents are more conversant with the terrain and, more importantly, that they have a greater understanding of the local dialect. Mr. Speaker, the challenges faced by the security agencies in the region include Roman 1, collusion between cattle rustlers and the communities living in Kerio Valley. 2, the rough and unfriendly terrain in the area. 3, lack of access roads to enhance mobility and quick responses of police officers in the interior parts of Kerio Valley and along Kerio River. 4, proliferation of illegal firearms. And 5, high literacy levels and unemployment among community members. Honorable Speaker, to restore peace in the region and beyond, the following measures have been put in place. 1, the government is planning to carry out a forceful illegal firearms disarmament exercise. 2, several meetings between the various stakeholders, security agencies, and communities living in Kerio Valley have been held. 3, the National Police Service has enhanced patrols and surveillance in the area. 4, intelligence gathering has been intensified. 5, efforts to have been enhanced to identify cattle rustlers who are currently being pursued by security agencies. Honorable Speaker, security officers and elders from both sides are holding negotiations to ensure that stolen animals are returned to their rightful owners. Unfortunately, the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government has no vote to cater for the compensation of the affected families. And that is the response, and I want to thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Chair for the Committee on Security for the response. But, Honorable Speaker, this response is the usual response that comes from the ministry because, number one, Honorable Speaker, they are telling us that vetting of NBR is going on, and this is what we were told about 3 months ago. So I don't know how long does it take to do conduct of a particular person, because when you apply for a certificate of good conduct, it doesn't take 3 months. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you get it. So I don't know why it has taken so long for the ministry to recruit and deploy the NPR. Yesterday I was in our own ward in Marakwet West constituency along Kerio Valley. While we had some peace meeting among the community, there was an attack and 2 youth were killed along the road, about a border rider and a young man who was taking care of animals, Honorable Speaker. So I don't know why it has taken more than 6 months, 3 months. We had a meeting 4 months ago in Nakuru, and the CS promised that they were going to do forceful disarmament, which has been written here that they are planning. So if they said, or the CS said 4 months ago while we had a meeting in Nakuru, I don't know how long it takes to plan to ensure they do disarmament. Honorable Speaker, another response that I don't agree, Honorable Speaker, is this issue talking about access roads. whose business is it to ensure there are access roads? It is the business of the government. So if it is the business of the government, then they need to have taken some measures to ensure there is accessibility within the area. When they talk about terrain, that's why we've been saying we need NBR, because they understand the environment. And it has taken so long, and they have not given us the reasons why they removed NBR 2018 up to now. And people are being killed every week. They kill people every week. This week alone, we have lost 4 lives. A week ago, we lost about 6 lives in Marakwet East. We have, in fact, our mortuaries are almost full because of this cat rustling. So, Honorable Speaker, if you see the last response that the chair has given us, that he has received from the ministry, that there is no money for compensation. I mean, we have voted a lot of resources to this particular ministry. We don't know what they do with the resources. If they cannot compensate, then they need to take care of the people. They need to protect our property, take care of the people. Otherwise, it means they are admitting that they have failed. This is basically what they are saying. It's only that it's too late in the term of this government. Otherwise, they should have resigned by now, because to admit that you don't have resources, there are no access roads, so you expect the people themselves to do roads for themselves. So it is pathetic, and Honorable Speaker, this is a PR response and PR exercise.
Somebody else wants to weigh into the same. Honorable Mwadi, you can take note of all these comments, and then you will respond to all of them. I can see the Honorable Pukose was the first.
Asante Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, mimi nimewahi kuwa MOH kule Elgeyo Marakwet nikiwa na ofisi yangu sehemu inaitwa Chebiemit. Na Bwana Spika, hii sehemu ya Kerio Valley imekuwa na shida kwa muda kwa mambo ya wizi ya ng'ombe na maisha kupotea. Nimemsikiza Chairman Mheshimiwa Mwadhi vile amelete majibu kutoka kwa waziri. Anapoongea kuhusu National Police Reservice kwamba iko mpangilio ya kufanya vetting kwa hawa. Bwana Spika, nafikiri ikiwa watu ya Kerio Valley wanaumia vile mambo imekuwa, kusema mpangilio inafanywa ya kufanya vetting, nafikiri hiyo ni kudhulumu wananchi wa Kerio Valley na kuwaacha kama watu ambao hawana serikali. Kwa hivyo ningeomba Mheshimiwa Mwadhi kuangalia mambo hiyo yenye waziri anasema, na hiyo sio haki. Na National Police Reservice wamekuwa wakifanya kazi nzuri katika jamhuri yetu ya Kenya. Na unakuta kama sasa kule sehemu ya Kerio Valley tangu mwaka wa 2018 wamesimamishwa. Ukikuta sehemu zingine hata kwangu kule Endebess, unakuta National Police Reservice wanafanya kazi, na hata ile maruburubu kidogo walikuwa wanapewa hawasipokei. Nafikiri ni mzuri kuangalia mambo ya National Police Reservice kwa sehemu ambazo wananchi wako na hatari ya kushambuliwa na wao wezi wa ng'ombe, ili iweze kuangaliwa na kuangalia kwamba hiyo National Police Reservice wanapewa silaha na pia maruburubu kidogo ya kuweza kuwasaidia kufanya kazi mzuri. Bwana Spika, kwa hiyo mambo ya Kerio Valley nafikiri ni mambo na sehemu zingine Baringo, sehemu za mipaka, mambo ya insecurity, nafikiri ninataka kuomba serikali yetu ichukulie jambo hilo kuwa ni nzito. Na tunapoenda kwa mambo ya uchaguzi sasa, ni mzuri kuhakikisha kwamba kila Mkenya anaishi salama salimini na mali yake, kwa sababu tukiwacha hao watu wa wezi wa ng'ombe waweze kushambulia wananchi ni jambo ambalo sio mzuri. Kwa hivyo nataka kuomba chairman wetu wa security arudi kwa waziri na kuangalia yale majibu amelete, kwamba sisi kama wabunge na wakilishi wa wananchi hatujaridhika, na ni mzuri aichukulie hii jambo kwa ile umuhimu ambayo iko naye kwa sababu ya security ya wa Kenya. Asante Bwana Speaker.
The name of Honorable Kangogo. You don't have
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had the response from the chair of the National Security, and it is a total cosmetic response. Mr. Speaker, the people of Kerio Valley, they are living under the masses of criminals and bandits. Mr. Speaker, at the beginning of this year, I think I also rose to ask almost the same question the Honorable Kisang requested this House, and the same chairman gave the same response. I think, Mr. Speaker, where we are failing in this House is the Committee of Implementation. That the Cabinet Secretary tables a response through the chair in this House, Mr. Speaker, that he has done this, he has done that, and actually on the ground there is nothing. Mr. Speaker, it is upon the Committee of Implementation through the chair to follow up that what actually the Cabinet Secretary has given us a response in this House is implemented on the ground. Number two, Mr. Speaker, we make laws in this House. And Mr. Speaker, we under the National Police Service Act, the NPR is provided for. Mr. Speaker, many areas in this country, they have the NPRs. If you go to Laikipia, they have the NPRs. Like you had the Honorable Bukose also, they have the NPRs in the NDPS where there is no even insecurity. We don't know what is happening that the people of Kerio Valley, they are not provided for. Mr. Speaker, in my constituency, I have an entire 2 platoons of GSU. There is anti-stock theft. There is almost 17 to 20 police stations. These police officers, they are not helping us at all, Mr. Speaker. When there is an attack, actually, they run to hide themselves in the camp. Mr. Speaker, the NPRs are the only people who can help the people of Kerio Valley because they know the entry and the exit routes of these criminals. We are seeking, Mr. Speaker, that you compel the chair to, and if possible, Mr. Speaker, to have the Cabinet Secretary of Internal Security himself into this House to check into the response he's given us in the past and what he's giving us now. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, this is a very misleading information. People keep on dying every day in Kerio Valley. And as we go now towards the election, Mr. Speaker, the banditry attacks has increased. They are no longer now after the animals, Mr. Speaker. They are on the roads attacking and killing people. So, Mr. Speaker, like I said, the people of Kerio Valley, they are taxpayers like any other Kenyans in this country. They are like any other Kenyans also in this Nairobi, and they deserve to be protected. They have a right to life, Mr. Speaker. So the answers given by the chair, Mr. Speaker, this is just a cosmetic. It is not the correct position on the ground.
Honorable Amalo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the response to me, it was very reckless, Mr. Speaker, very sketchy, and very irresponsible. It is the obligation of government, Mr. Speaker, to provide security and protect the lives of Kenyans and property, Mr. Speaker. I was very, very disappointed, Mr. Speaker, and we humbly request that the chair of the committee should get back to the CS to get a responsive answer. Mr. Speaker, it's very ridiculous for you to come and say that the people who have lost lives cannot be compensated, Mr. Speaker. Kenyans are taxpayers, Mr. Speaker, and the Ministry of Internal Security is allocated a lot of money, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to matters of the budget. So you cannot come on the floor of this House, Mr. Speaker, and you say that there's no money for compensation because you are the one obligated to provide security and protect the lives. In case of anything reckless, Mr. Speaker, the government is supposed to be held responsible. And on matters of KPR, Mr. Speaker, because of the terrains of the area, it is of community policing. How it has taken so long in terms of vetting or whatever they give answers of precision to show that they are responsible, and where they are supposed to be compensated, Mr. Speaker, we should not have an excuse that there's no money for compensation. They are Kenyans and they are taxpayers. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Saku.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have heard the chair of Security Committee, what he has read. I think sometimes we are just shooting the messenger. He's just conveying what has been written. But as far as I'm concerned, the security of every Kenyan is enshrined in the Constitution. When the government of the day provides security to Kenyans, it is not a favor. It is a constitutional right. Marsabit, Isiolo, all of these things have come about because of negligence by the government of the day. Today, I think I want to thank the government because they deployed security in Marsabit after a very long time when they were sitting on their hands. Today, people can move around peacefully. They are able to do their work. The schools are getting back to normal. So the government must deploy enough security. I think the idea of KPR is just a stopgap. It is the government that must deploy enough security in all parts of the country that is facing insecurity. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Kapuchai.
Mr. Speaker, having heard the answer, Mr. Speaker, the responsibility of security for this country, Mr. Speaker, Kenyan, Mr. Speaker, they bring to this honorable House, Mr. Speaker, their budget. Mr. Speaker, we passed that budget without question. There is nothing they lack, Mr. Speaker. What in their report, Mr. Speaker, have they written to this House? Telling them, okay, this is what we don't have, and this is why we have rampant insecurity in some areas, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, according to that answer, what I have heard today, Mr. Speaker, this is a House that requires a serious answers. Mr. Speaker, you cannot carry a question like an answer like that to this honorable House. That answer, Mr. Speaker, is not watertight. The answer is vague. The minister, Mr. Speaker, must be serious. Mr. Speaker, you cannot. The member has just named that yesterday we lost 4 lives, Mr. Speaker. A life of a person or Mr. Speaker cannot be equated to anything. Mr. Speaker, this answer should be subsistent, should be competent enough to tell us what are we doing for this country to be safe. Mr. Speaker, we don't agree. We call the minister, Mr. Speaker, to give a substantive answer so that we can run this country.
For giving me this opportunity to weigh in on this statement from my colleague, Honorable Madi. Honorable Speaker, I just want to caution Honorable Madi as he addresses that issue of that area. Because, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to security, he needs to look at the balance. Whether you call it balance of power or balance of peace. Honorable Madi should look at that area very carefully. Because the other side is also another community. So if you are asking to arm one side of community, then you are exactly arming against their own people, which are Kenyans. So when people talk about KPR, Honorable Speaker, they are talking to arm one community against another. And the other community which lives the other side are the Pokot people. So you cannot, Honorable Speaker, arm one community at the expense of Matters here. I want him to go on the ground and look at the GSU, call them on the other side. But if you cross the border to Chesapeake Division, where we come from, there's nothing. It's not even KPR. So, Honorable Speaker, this matter is very volatile, particularly this time. So I urge Honorable Mwadi, I know him, Honorable Speaker, he's a peaceful guy. He comes from Nairobi here. He doesn't know what's going on in terms of insecurity. So I think he might be a pastor. So when he's going to do those things, he should actually look at the balance of power between communities and should not favor our community, Honorable Speaker. Otherwise, I thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. Honorable Mwadi, you have to look at the power balance. Thank you, Speaker.
Point from Honorable Bukose.
Asante Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, nilipokuwa ninachangia hiyo mjadala, mmoja ya madaktari ambaye anafanya kula anaitwa Benjamin Kibor akanitumia ujumbe kwamba tunapoongea sasa hivi kuna mashambulizi ambayo inafanyika katika eneo bunge la Mheshimiwa Bowen mahali inaitwa Kapetwa na mtu mmoja ameuawa, na tunapoongea mashambulizi inaendelea. Na hapo Kapetwa, Bwana Spika, kuna police station inaitwa Mogil na kuna GSU kule Tot, na unaangalia hapo katikati vile Mheshimiwa hata Bokosina anapoongea ni mbali kutoka kwa boundary, sio karibu. Hapo ni mbali katikati ya Elgeyo katikati ya upande ya Marakwet West kuelekea upande ya Baringo. So hapo tunapoongea mambo ya security, unajua kuna wezi upande ya Pokot na kuna wezi upande ya Marakwet. But tusiangalie maisha ya binadamu na kuanza kuongea vile Mheshimiwa Kosina anasema mambo ya balance. Mambo ya balance haihusikani na mambo ya security. Kila mtu anahitaji kuchungwa. Kila Mkenya maisha yake, hata kama ni Mkenya mmoja, maisha yake ni ya muhimu sana. So tusiangalie kuongea mambo ya balance of security, but tuangalie kila Mkenya au upande ya Pokot au upande ya wa Marakwet kwamba analindwa vilivyo.
Member for Kiharu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I have to say that the response from the chairman was very careless and underwhelming. Mr. Speaker, sorry, it is a response.
These responses come from the executive. My work is only to read. Unless he's saying I read it carelessly, which I think I didn't. I did read every sentence properly. What he needs to do is withdraw that I am careless in reading, because I was not careless. If the carelessness is done by the executive, he needs to say so. But what he is saying in camera, when the entire country is listening, is that I am careless in bringing this answer. That is a political statement, Honorable Speaker, and I wish that you ask him to withdraw.
Certainly you are not careless, Honorable Mwadi. Honorable, did you say that the Honorable Mwadi was careless to bring the answer?
Mr. Speaker, I wish the chairman was listening, because the carelessness is not in the messenger. It is in the message and the content of the answer. The answer given is, Mr. Speaker, but I also think, probably he thinks, probably, Mr. Speaker, the chairman must have some afterthoughts that even the answer that he brought forth on the floor is careless in its context. Mr. Speaker, we have been allocating a lot of money to the Department of Interior, Mr. Speaker, to guarantee all Kenyan security. But instead of...
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Ndindi Nyoro and the answer will bear this. Not the person who responded, but the chair. Now, what's worse, Mr. Speaker, is that he's repeating it. He's still saying the chair to be disclosed that when a parliamentary question is brought, it is brought and transmitted to the relevant department through the committee, and the chair of the committee merely reads the answer as given. Any member who wants further interaction should either attend the committee or, after it is brought here, should raise appropriate matters, but not cast aspersion on the person of the chairman who is a colleague. I think Honorable Ndindi Nyoro must be clear on this. I know he's been a bit busy. He may have forgotten the standing orders. Thank you very much.
The Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, as I said, that he did not refer to...
Mr. Speaker.
Now the Honorable Mwadi is insisting that the Honorable Ndindi Nyoro referred to him as careless. Is that so? Honorable Mwadi.
Honorable Speaker, I think we are going around in circles, and we have the answer. And Honorable Speaker, I was listening, and he said as much. We have the answer.
Even checking on the answer, my reference was on a reckless content of the answer, not the recklessness of the messenger, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, even as I finish, it is equally reckless for the Ministry of Interior to be expending public resources on issues around politics instead of guaranteeing Kenyans, including the citizens of Kerio Valley, the security that they deserve. Mr. Speaker, we must take this matter very seriously, because I don't think the ministry is took the question with the response, with the importance it deserves. Mr. Speaker, I never referenced anywhere around the chairman. The recklessness is around the content of the answer he brought forth.
Well, I think, honourable members, you know, and the Honourable Raso did say that indeed the Honourable Mwadi, and the Honourable Mwadi himself has repeated, is merely a messenger. And so when you take a statement, the statement will come from the relevant department of government or state agency. But if you want to interrogate further, Charles, for instance, some of the things that you are saying, you can only do so if you have asked a question and the Cabinet Secretary is responding under the chairmanship of the Honorable Mwadi. So that now, some of the issues that we are raising, the Honorable Mwadi really has he's nothing. He has faithfully brought to the House the response given to him. It is true that many of you feel that is inadequate, and all those other adjectives that we have used regarding the content, but the Honorable Mwadi has done what he is expected to do, and our standing orders. The Honorable Charles Kilonzo, you want to weigh into the matter?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to avoid this business of chairmen of committee being referred to as messengers, perhaps this House needs to look at our standing orders and see how can CSs, cabinet secretaries, come to the House and respond, Mr. Speaker. You've been in this House for many years. Before, when the answers were not sufficient, the Speaker could even sanction the ministry and say there's no business which is going to be transacted until a satisfactory answer is given, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, as this House comes to its tail end, those who are responsible into looking into the standing orders for the next Parliament perhaps need to consider that business. Alternatively, next Parliament, we amend the Constitution. Let ministers or CSs, cabinet secretaries, come to the House and carry their own cross as opposed to chairs of committee, Mr. Speaker, carrying crosses of ministers who have nothing to do with what is happening within the ministry, Mr. Speaker.
Well, honourable members will recall that we have not yet, we still have a provision in our standing orders on the Committee on General Oversight. And the intention of making that suggestion was to have cabinet secretaries, at least 3 or 4, every Tuesday to come here. We lower the mace. They come to this chamber. The chamber sits as committee, as we normally do in committee of the whole House. And then the CSs would respond to questions and the issues that members have. But in your own wisdom, you chose that we go that other route. So the Honorable Charles Kilonzo, you are right. It's just to insist on the enforcement and for implementation of that standing order, because at least until such time as you will have amended the Constitution, shall not, is what that we can have. And what we had proposed was a middle ground, that every Tuesday you have at least 3 or 4 cabinet secretaries appearing here, and I'm sure very many members will be present to come and ask questions. Some of these supplementaries, that the ones we are raising now, surely if the cabinet secretary is the one who was responding, I'm sure you'd be getting a lot of questions coming, supplementary questions coming from many other members, apart from the person who raised the question first. But we must. This is what we have. This is the best we have. The Honorable Mwadi was taking notes. I think I could give him a chance to. Maybe Honorable Mwadi, you can respond to.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. No, Honorable Speaker, I got the supplementary clarifications and questions from the Honorable Kisang, and especially regarding the length of time spent on vetting of the NPRs who are supposed to be engaged. And I think I can only say that I'll bring this to the attention of the Cabinet Secretary, that this process has taken long. He has said it started 3 months ago. I'm not aware. But now, from that point of information, I'll take that forth to the CS, together with the issue of lack of access roads, which is supposed to be done by the government, and that he should be able to liaise with his counterpart in roads to be in regard to compensation, and because I oversight this sector, I have not seen, and we appropriate that money here in Parliament. I haven't seen appropriation for compensation on such occurrences. So I think we also need to bite the bullet that if you know there are issues that arise in ministries that will require compensation, then as budget-making house, we should provide for such kind of money so that we don't get this kind of answer, Honorable Speaker. On the issue raised by Honorable Kose, alisema ni kweli kuna mtu aliuawa leo, na nimeona ni kweli ameniambia hivyo, na kwamba pia NPRs wenye wako hawapati silaha na hawapati pesa ile kidogo kidogo marupurupu ya kuwawezesha kuenda kufanya ile kazi wanatakiwa afanye, na pia hiyo nitaambia waziri ili aweze kuharakisha, na hiyo atashikanisha pia na kule kwingine ambao hakuna usalama na ambapo wanahitaji NPRs ndio waweze kusaidiana na wananchi wawache kupata hayo shida ambayo wanapata. The Honorable Kangogo referred to the answer as cosmetic, and I don't know what part of it was cosmetic. I just read as it were, but I think generally speaking, together with what Honorable Wamalwa and Honorable Raso and Honorable Kalasinga, because he said the answer is not watertight. You know, now when you say the answer is not watertight, I think it's also good to say how what it should include so that it becomes watertight. But be it as it may, I think the crux of the matter, or the bigger point, is what was raised by Honorable Kilonzo, that we need in such matters to engage the cabinet secretary, because the only thing I can do in this house is actually deliver what the cabinet secretary has written, comma and full stop included, without removing any. But I cannot come here and feign to have knowledge of what else that needs to be done by that cabinet secretary and take responsibility, including answering supplementary questions which they are supposed to answer. So I think when it gets to such a level, Honorable Speaker, and with your indulgence, and when the matter looks weighty, it's better then, Honorable Speaker, you allow the committee under your direction that we query the further or interrogate the matter further, so that the members concerned can then come when the CS is there. The CS will be able to answer and take responsibility of every statement, every comma and full stop that they utter. Otherwise, mine is only to say I will convey to the CS the sentiments and the questions, the supplementary questions that have been raised by members, and hope that he's going to respond in a manner that will be responsive and watertight. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I'll stand guided whether you require us to pursue this matter further with the Cabinet Secretary, given the weight that it has. I thank you.
Honorable Speaker, we've said we cannot blame the messenger, and I'm requesting that you use your powers and authority to compel the CS to appear next week on Tuesday, so that in the committee, so that I can go and meet him, because if it has taken 3 months, Honorable Speaker, to do vetting of NPR, and people are dying every week. Yesterday we lost 2, last week we lost more from even, so Bowen's constituency is under attack as we speak now. Honorable Speaker, just sympathize and empathize with us and compel the CS to come next week. Honorable Speaker. Secondly, Honorable Kosing was very careless, because it's being careless when we lost people yesterday too, and you said you want to harm one side of the community. We are not. The other side of the community, almost every homestead has a gun. Yeah, so this is careless and it is irresponsible.
Now, honourable members, I can see you're going to inflame passions. Let's refrain from. You can see the member for Pokot South is already up in arms. Honorable Kosing, don't use similarly harsh ones.
Speaker, I will not. I respect you, Honorable Speaker, and I also respect Honorable Sang a lot, to be very honest, Honorable Speaker. He only misunderstood me completely. Because I said, let us check the balance of power so that one community is not advantaged against the other in terms of war. That is exactly what I'm saying, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Sang, I don't know where his mind was. He should withdraw by calling that I made a reckless statement, Honorable Speaker. We don't also want the community at home, Marakwet and Pokot, to look at that I'm fighting Kisang. They will start fighting each other. Honorable Kisang is my greatest friend, and I'm praying for him, Honorable Speaker, to come back. And I'm also asking the great people of Marakwet West to bring back Honorable Kisang, because I know what he has done here. He's only misunderstood me. He's a good man. And I'm sure he's also praying for me. We are doing a tarmac road, both of us, Honorable Speaker, with Honorable Kisang, between Kapcherop and Kabibit, which is my center, and he said, Honorable Speaker, we are good friends. He only misunderstood me. I don't know what he ate today or last night, how he slept. I don't know, Honorable Speaker. I don't know what he drank. You know, I don't drink those other things. Maybe he's doing it himself, Honorable Speaker. I'm just a good man, Honorable Speaker, and Honorable Kisang is a good man. And Marakwet and Pokot should live in peace. They should not look at this contestation, Honorable Speaker, as if it is war. It's not war. When you arm Marakwet, you actually arm them against Pokot. When you arm Pokot, you arm them against Marakwet. So if you do disarmament, you do Pokot disarmament, you also do Marakwet disarmament. We live in peace. That's what I mean by balance of power. He misunderstood me.
No, now, honourable members, now that the Honourable Kosing and says he's praying for Honourable Kisang, and he also believes that the Honourable Kisang is praying for him. Let me just remind them that the National Prayer Breakfast is on Thursday, this Thursday. So please come and continue in those prayers. It's going to reduce the tensions. But I think in the meantime, Honourable Mwadi has undertaken to convey this thing to the Cabinet Secretary. So that if the Cabinet Secretary is available on Tuesday, then Honourable Mwadi, you can communicate to the Honourable Kisang and any other member who may be interested to appear and raise their concerns. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do for the time being. Yes, Honourable Mwadi.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I'll endeavour to make sure that the Cabinet Secretary comes, and we will do that this immediately after this sitting. But I want to persuade the Honourable Speaker that we go through tomorrow, that you check on the Hansard, especially on what was alluded to by Honourable Didi Nyoro, because I am usually a very serious person, very focused, and very responsible. And when he says that on national TV, Honourable Speaker, during this time that people are doing campaign, he's actually speaking to my constituencies and telling them that I am irresponsible and careless. And I can tell you on the ground, there is nobody who is as careful, responsible, and serious, focused human being like me in that place called Limuru. So, Honourable Speaker, save me from that one, and I'll also undertake to invite the CS to address the balance of the matter.
Very well. The Hansard will check the Hansard, and if indeed it shows that the Honourable Didi Nyoro referred to you as careless, then we will deal with the issue as appropriate. Now, Honourable Kanini Kega, Chair of Budget, is going to fall, and I thought the indication I had gotten from you was that by now you'll be ready to table the report.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Actually, my eyes are always on that door because I am expecting that the staffs will be coming anytime. But, Honourable Speaker, I'm seeking your indulgence, Honourable Speaker, and your guidance because the supplementary budget estimate 2 have been tabled. And ordinarily, Honourable Speaker, when the supplementary estimates are tabled, they are referred to the departmental committees. The departmental committees will be able to invite the State Department and all. And the process sometimes is a bit long. I was seeking your guidance and your intervention, Honourable Speaker, if this time round, going by the timelines that we have, if the report can be directed to us, and then, of course, we will be able to liaise with the chairs if there is any amendments that the chairs would really want to put forward in terms of interrogating that, so that at least we can also save on time. However, on that, Honorable Speaker, I would really want to say that we would give committees adequate time for them to look at them, and especially the chairs, and we will be able also to consider their proposals, Honorable Speaker. That's my request, Honorable Speaker, going by the timelines that we have.
Well, I think even with regard to the committees, you'd have to invite the chairs of the committees that are affected, because it may not be that the supplementary 2 it does not affect me. It perhaps doesn't affect all the departments of government. So you'd have to. It's fair that what the request you're making, Honorable Kanini Kera, is a reasonable one, given the timelines that are available. I think this report, what has been tabled, should be referred to the budget. Indeed, I order direct that it be referred to the Budget and Appropriations Committee, which committee is required now to invite the respective chairs of the affected departments, which they oversight, so that you can hasten the process of consideration of the supplementary estimates too. The other thing to make observation about is, if you look at the business appearing on the order paper as order number, we are going into committee, isn't it? Number 11. What is order number 10 in the supplementary order paper? It means that the House is going into committee of the whole House, and you cannot table your report in the committee, and which is the reason why I was maybe you could check. Yeah, because you'd have to wait until you finish committee consideration of the committee of the whole House to resume as a House for him to table. Is it that one? No. I just want to make them. Now, nitafanya baadaye, siwezi kufanya sasa hivi. Yes. Yeah. Then yeah. Yes, Honorable Ganini, proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, and thanks so much for your indulgence. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 24th, 2022. That is the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the estimates of revenue and expenditure for the National Executive, Parliament, and the Judiciary for the financial year 2022-2023 and the medium term. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion. That is a consideration of the budget estimates for the financial year 2022, Honorable Speaker, 2023. That this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the budget estimates for the national government, the judiciary and parliament for the financial year 2022-2023, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, and pursuant to provisions of Article 221 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Standing Order 239A, approves the issuance of a sum of Kenya shillings 2,103,838,811,446 from the Consolidated Fund to meet the expenditure during the financial year ending 30th June 2023 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule to the order paper, subject to paragraph C, that is Committee of Supply. B, makes the policy resolutions contained in the second schedule to the order paper. And C, orders that the Speaker do now leave the chair to facilitate the consideration of the said budget estimates with respect to each vote and programs in the Committee of Supply as contemplated under Standing Order number 240. That is consideration of estimates in the Committee of Supply. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. Now, honourable members, before we go to the business appearing as order number 10, which is Committee of the Whole House, I wish to give direction with regard to the business within that order number 10, Roman 3, which is the National Government Constituencies Development Fund Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2021. Honourable members, among the proposals for amendments is a proposal by the chair of the committee indicated as 1C, which suggests that Section 4 of the Principal Acts be amended in subsection 1 by deleting the expression 2.5% appearing in the paragraph A and substituting therefore the expression 5% or brackets 5%. Honourable members, I did approve that proposed amendment, but subject to compliance with Article 114 of the Constitution. And honourable members, for avoidance of doubt, up to now I have not received any communication which addresses the issues in Article 114, which reads as follows. 114 clause 1, a money bill may not deal with any matter other than those listed in the definition of a money bill in clause 3. Clause 2 reads, if, in the opinion of the Speaker of the National Assembly, a motion makes provision for a matter listed in the definition of a money bill, the Assembly may proceed only in accordance with the recommendation of the relevant committee of the Assembly, after taking into account the views of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance. And clause 3 defines what a money bill is. And it says, a money bill in this Constitution means a bill other than a bill specified in Article 218 that contains provisions dealing with, and maybe for those of you that have read that, of course, I'm sure you know what 218 deals with, the division of revenue and county allocation of revenue bills. A bill dealing with taxes. B, the imposition of charges on a public fund or the variation or repeal of any of those charges. C, the appropriation, receipt, custody, investment or issue of public money. D, the raising or guaranteeing of any loan or its repayment. Or E, matters incidental to any of those matters. So, honourable members, I have looked at the proposal. It seeks to raise the percentage clearly from 2.5%, what goes to the National Government Constituency Development Fund, from 2.5% to 5%. In itself, I'm sure, a very popular proposal, but as a house that is guided by the rules and the Constitution, I must unfortunately order that particular clause shall not be considered, because there has not been any report from the Budget and Appropriations Committee, which is the committee responsible, and also we haven't received any views from the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance as required in clause 2 of Article 114. And therefore, honourable members, it will be unfair for us to consider, because even if you passed it, alongside several other perhaps very good proposals, that may be the reason why it may end up being rejected, and we will have then acted in futility. But much more importantly, it will have been against the Constitution, particularly Article 114 of the Constitution. So the House will proceed, will deal with the bill, but will not consider these proposed amendments. I am aware, however, that this proposal was borrowed from a similar one, which was in the bill proposed by the Honorable Tindi Mwale, which sought to raise the percentage from 2.5 to 5%, being National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2021, and this one by the committee being National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2021. And I believe the idea here was to try and borrow what was proposed by the Honorable Tindi Mwale to bring it into this one of the committee. But unfortunately, the committee was obligated to also seek the views of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, which is the committee that we normally refer such matters to, which would in turn also consult with the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance. That having not happened, therefore, this proposal will not be considered. And therefore, we'll move as if it was never there. The Chair of Budget, Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Honorable Millie Odhiambo, you should have been here earlier when we were passing the children bill, because you actually ought to have earned the congratulations of everybody in the House for the very, very incisive contributions you made to that bill. But unfortunately on this one, the Honorable Kanini Kega is just the chairman, he's not the committee. So even if he stood in his place now, he will just speak as the Honorable Kanini Kega, member of Okieni, and not as a committee. He would have to bring a report. So unfortunately, Honorable members, popular as this may be, unfortunately, we cannot allow it. Thank you, Honorable members.
Next order. Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Order. Honorable members, we are now in Committee of the Whole House to consider the Military Veterans Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2022.
Clause 3,
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Chair defends. You have a proposal to amend this.
Honorable Chairman, we support that, and the justification, Honorable Chair, is that the proposed provision establishes the Defense Forces Retirement Home in counter...
The Honorable Tongi, just read the amendment first.
Clause 3 of the bill amended, we are amending to delete the paragraph D, and the justification to that, Honorable Chair, is that the proposed provision establishing the Defense Forces Retirement Home is counterintuitive. Military veterans ought to be integrated in their families and not to be isolated. It will also not be pragmatic to keep military veterans in retirement homes. Therefore, the amendment seeks to delete it. Honorable Chair.
Brian, I now propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? And as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. There's no proposal to this. I now put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Leader of majority.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 5 be amended by deleting paragraph D as per the order paper. And the issue here is that this, the proposed provision, basically that, I just want to make sure I'm not on the committees. Yes, this clause is arbitrary as it is. So we want to clause 5 to be deleted in total because it's arbitrary and seeks to create some unlimited window of opportunity to deny benefits for persons qualified as military veterans under the Act, and the clause seeks to defeat the intent and purposes of this Act without adequate justification. So it's one of those things that doesn't quite fit in with, it takes away what has been given in the previous clause, and hence we should just delete it.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. The Honorable Russell, member for Saku.
Thank you very much, Chair. I support the amendment suggested by the leader of majority. This particular clause is arbitrary and is subject to abuse and interpretation by different commanders or individuals. I think removing this will allow the Act to operate and the Council or the Committee of Management to be able to look at the canvas with a clear mind. Thank you, Chair.
And now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. There are two proposals to this, one by the chair and one by the leader of majority. We'll start by the one by the chair.
Chairman, we are proposing to amend the clause 6, and we substitute it with the following wordings, because we find the words used, Honorable Chair, as discriminatory. They are not. They are criminalizing the army, the veteran, and we think the change will help. So in sub-clause 2, we are deleting the word professor, and in justification, the provision violates Article 27(4) of the Constitution, which prohibits the state from discriminating directly or indirectly on the grounds of health status. The provision criminalizes and punishes military veterans who have suffered mental illness as a result of their service. And Honorable Chair, it's important for Kenyans to appreciate, and all of us members, that these are the only officers who put on uniform to die while they are going out to serve Kenyans. And we need to appreciate that that has a mental impact. And over time, it affected their families, it affected them as well, because waking up every morning to go and die for the sake of Kenyans is not a mean achievement, Honorable Speaker. Earlier on, we had appealed a response from the Chairman of Internal Security, and the members, all of them in unison, agreed that the only group which has proven that they can manage the menace in Rift Valley is the Army. And for sure, in the past, they have done it. Given a chance, they will be able to do it even a lot more better, Honorable Chair. And that's why we say that that kind of assignment takes a toll on one's mental health, and therefore this provision should not be used, because it discriminates the same officers who are putting their life on the line for the sake of Kenyans, to ensure that all of us are safe in our homes and they be able to function as we are operating. I propose and we amend as provided, Honorable Chair.
I propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I see interest from the Honorable Raso Ali.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I support this amendment by my chairman. First of all, every individual must be given a benefit of doubt so that the law cannot prejudge any individual. Secondly, all cases must be considered on their own merit. And that is why this particular amendment is really important. Thank you, Chair.
Very well.
And now put the question.
And now put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Chair. The Leader of Majority, you have something to say?
Honorable Chair, I was following the amendment by the Chair of Defense, and from the other paper, the amendment is actually to delete 6A, 6B, and 6C, which is part of the definitions of who becomes a military veteran. But the explanation given is totally different. So for the record, we just want to make sure that what the Chair is deleting is also consistent with the explanations, because what he's explaining is what I'm deleting, not what the committee is deleting. I don't know whether the Chair is following. That the amendment that I have, and which is on the other paper, is that clause 6B amended by deleting paragraph A, B, and C, which is, a part of who qualifies to be a veteran. Yeah?
So he, in essence, he has moved your proposals.
Yes.
Rather than his own.
That's right.
Yes.
So
I think that is what he has
move
done.
his amendment, yes, so that we are for the record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. The Chair, the Honorable Tongi.
Honorable Chair, we are in agreement, because we also don't want to cause confusion, because really definition is key to all this that we are doing. Because if you refer to that provision on paragraph 6, it basically deals with the definition of who a soldier is, who a veteran is. Because number A states that he has or want to qualify to be a veteran must have served the Kenya Defense Forces. Number B says he must or Kenya Armed Forces after 1963, because you appreciate there are people who have served in the KDF in a different name, of course, but before 1963. But this one seeks to address the issues and the challenges and the welfare of those members who have served after 1963. Number C of it states that those who served in the African Rifle before 1963 will also be managed in a way. So this is basically the gist of it, and we are comfortable with that kind of an amendment. Or deleting, sorry.
The Honorable Russell.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think without really raising any confusion in this particular bill, in the supplementary order paper clause 6 of the bill be amended A in subclause 2 by deleting the proviso, B by deleting subclause 3. Oh, we are not there yet. Honorable Chair, I want to request the Chair and the Leader of Majority that clause 6(1) ABC, actually they are those persons who served the Kenya Defense Forces as Kenya Armed Forces, Kenya African Rifles, and the Kenya Armed Forces at different times in the history of this country. And I want you to really look at it before we go ahead and delete that. Actually, these are the people who are entitled to be considered as veterans.
The Honorable Russell is absolutely right. Because what the chair seems to be doing is to remove some of these veterans, Kenya Defense Forces, Kenya Armed Forces, and Kenya King's African Rifles, 1963. And this, to me, seems to be the very essence of veterans. Yes, Chair.
Honorable Chairman, after consulting the majority leader, we agree that that should stay because really it's the body of what we are dealing with.
Then the proper thing to do is to drop it.
Yes, we have.
To drop your proposal to amend.
We have.
So that the direction is that the proposal by the chair stands dropped. We'll now move to the proposal to amend by the Leader of Majority. Leader of Majority, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And I want to thank the Chair for that, and Honorable Russell for alerting us. The Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 6 be amended as per the order paper, and it's in two amendments. One in A, by deleting the proviso in paragraph in subclause 2, which basically we're saying the objective of this clause is addressed under 6(1)D, which presupposes that denial of a veteran to any benefit should only result from being dishonorably discharged. But subclause 2 then creates room for some unnecessary discretion, which would present some potential for abuse. And we also I'm also proposing to delete subclause 3 within the same clause, again, which is as a subconsequence of deleting the above in subclause 2. So once we delete that proviso that seemed to say you could also, provided you could also be discharged because of self-inflicted things on alcohol and all that, it's like, who would determine that? So let us just leave the matter to, if you are not dishonorably discharged, you qualify to be a veteran. But without putting other provisos as to that you abused alcohol, you abused drugs, you did everything else, it's subject to a lot of abuse. I beg to move that we we amend clause 6 as a move.
I propose a question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Leader of Majority, the Honorable Russell.
Thank you very much, Chair. I support this particular amendment by Leader of Majority I think what we must remove from making laws in this House is to give people leeway of interpretation and qualified justification to make certain rules. So for that reason, in both 2 and although 3 is generally an interpretation of what is narcotics, but in 2, it will tend to give some individuals powers that they do not deserve under this act. For that reason, I beg to support.
I now put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as Vakuno opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as Vakuno opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I propose the question that clauses 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. There are no proposals to amend this. I therefore now put the question that clauses 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I propose the question that clause 11 be part of the bill. Leader majority, you have something on this. Proceed.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 11 be amended as per the order paper. And this is basically to expand the committee to include 3 nominees, each being nominated as being a military veteran from each of the 3 formations, one from Kenya Army, one from Kenya Air Force, and one from Kenya Navy, so that you have a proper representation of all the veterans from each of the 3 defense formations. Basically, again, so that decision being made representative and have full participation of people from the 3 backgrounds. It won't necessarily add any more to this committee, but at least the veterans will feel their issues are being taken care of from a broad base. I beg to move.
I propose the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. The Honorable Raso.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I support this amendment. The Kenya Defense Forces consist of the Kenya Army, the Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Air Force. And once we constitute this particular organization to look after the veterans, I think it sets well for representation across the services, so that all the 3 services feel that, yes, we are part of this. So for that reason, this particular amendment is significant, and I support it.
I now put the question that clause 11, as proposed by the leader of majority, that I now put the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. Will as many of that opinion say aye? And as many as Vakuno opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the global question that clause 11 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as Vakuno opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of the bill. Leader of majority?
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper. And Honourable Chair, we have a very dangerous provision that's put there, that a person shall be qualified to be appointed, if that person has not acted in a manner that is prejudicial to national security since the head of his or her military service. Now, how do you determine a person has not acted? It's subject to a lot of abuse and misinterpretation, and we don't want to have veterans being denied their rights on account of interpretation by a person that even by, that they acted in a manner of national prejudicial to national security without defining what that is. So it's just for clarity and to remove the ambiguity and avoid the potential for abuse. of the interpretation of that clause that we are saying we delete it.
I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. The Honorable Russell, member for Saco.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I support this amendment. This amendment, this particular clause in itself was arbitrary and also very subjective. And I agree with the leader of majority that if we give individuals a lot of leeway and room, the laws can easily be abused. For that reason, I think the amendment is good and it sets well because ABC actually fulfill the intention of the bill itself. I thank you, Honorable Chair.
And now put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed by the leader of majority. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 12 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
I propose the question that clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill. There are no amendments to this, and therefore now put the question that clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
I propose the question that clause 21 be part of the bill. Chair? Clause 21.
Clause 21 of the bill be amended in subclause 1 by deleting paragraph 1, paragraph A, in paragraph B by deleting the words deceased members of the Kenya Defence Forces. Honorable Chair, the justification for this is it is proposed that the proposed dependents education fund should be for provision of scholarship for the education of the children of the deceased military veterans. Since the PIR is meant for military veterans, the fund will go a long way in paying for the education of the children of deceased veterans. This should be the priority. And we had a long discussion around this, Honorable Chair, and we all agreed that really the essence of a veteran is to ensure that his family lives in reasonable comfort, and the provisions we are able to provide for them to cushion the government from spending the budget, spending more money on this. We propose that we'll get a way of internally raising the money, both from the serving officers during their tenure of service, and of course getting well-wishers who are going to support this, because it's the practice all over the world that veterans are supported, not just from the budget alone, but also get supporters from the donor community as such, because we believe that if we ensure that the family or the children who have been left are supported to go through education, then they stand a good chance of supporting the family in the subsequent years because of the capacity and the resources they will be having by virtue of the knowledge and the opportunities that knowledge brings upon them, so that they're able to get gainful employment and they help the family in the process. And that will make the veteran more proud of his family a lot more. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the Chair. The Honorable Russell.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, the strength of KDF now and in the future will very much be dictated by how you will look after the veterans and their families. And any attempt within this bill or the future act to attempt to discriminate a particular group will actually not sit in well with those serving members who are young. They are 19, 20 years old. They are young officers, young women. So for that reason, I think the amendment that my chair has proposed is a good amendment, and I support it. Thank you.
And now put the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the global question that clause 21 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill. Chair.
Honorable Chair, we propose the bill to be amended by deleting the clause 22, and the justification to that, Honorable Chair, is that the proposed provision establishing the Defense Forces Retirement Home is counterintuitive. Military veterans ought to be integrated in their families and not to be isolated. It will not be okay, and it will not look good if we separated them and put them in a home, in a old age home, because of the experiences we have had. And considering the kind of upbringing and the way we are socialized as a community, a retirement home is not considered a very conducive place. So therefore, we are proposing that we can get a way of integrating them into the society by ensuring that whatever it is they will get from their retirement home is provided at that level. That will really help a lot. So we support the deletion.
I propose the question that clause 22 be amended by deletion as proposed by the chair. The Honorable Russell.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I beg to support this amendment. Any law that we make in this August House is a living thing that will have a life of its own. In the fullness of time, I believe that once the veteran bill becomes an act and it becomes a law of the land, then those managing will be able to see where are the gaps. Among the gaps is how to look after veterans with special needs. Maybe they will need a home or a sanctuary. But putting the Defense Forces Retirement Home is actually putting the cart before the horse. That might not sit in well at this point in time. For that reason, we don't want to be subjective. We want to be objective. We give them the law, in the fullness of time, let them amend it as time goes by. I thank you, Honorable Chair.
And now put the question that clause 22 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Yes.
Clause 23.
I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill. There's no amendment to this. I therefore now put the question that clause 23 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Chair, you have a proposal to this?
The title, the clause 2 of the bill be amended by deleting the definition of a child and substituting therefore the following new definition. Child means a child of Kenyan military veteran under the age of 18 years. And the justification for that, Honorable Chair, is that the proposed amendment to be a definition of a child seek to enable children of military veterans access benefits proposed in the bill in a clear, straightforward definition. Now that we just finished the bill of the child bill, I think this sits in very well and agrees with what we have been dealing with, because as Kenyans we know childhood ends at the age of 18 years, and therefore we want to limit ourselves to that age to ensure that we are not opening ourselves to abuse. by every child of a veteran who might be of age to defend for themselves.
I propose a question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chair. The Honorable Russell.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, in the original definition within the bill, it is just a generic definition of a child. But in the amendment, we are relating the child to who are the beneficiaries in this particular bill, and that is the military veterans. So that this amendment now sits well within the law that we are trying to craft. Thank you, Chair.
And now put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the global question that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Long title.
I propose the question that the long title will be the long title of the bill. There is a proposal to amend this by the chair.
Honorable Chair, wrong title. That the long title to the bill be amended by deleting the words to establish the Defense Forces Retirement Home.
I propose a question that the long title be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that the long title be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. There's no amendment to this. I therefore now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be the part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Honorable members, we've completed that. I now call upon the mover to report.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Military Veterans Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2022, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Military Veterans Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2022, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we will now consider in committee of the whole House, the Persons with Disabilities Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2021.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Chair, you have a proposal to this. You may move. The Honorable Koske.
Yes, I beg to move that clause 3 be amended as per the order paper. Chair, this is the amendment under paragraph D, where it seeks to correct a grammatical error. The correct reference here is to the principle on respect for difference, pursuant to the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, Article 3D. Chair, the proposed new paragraph F introduces the principle of access to information
by persons with disabilities. Thank you, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is that clause 3 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose a question which is that clause 4 be part of the bill. I put the question which is that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose a question which is that clause 5 be part of the bill.
I beg to move that clause 5 be amended as per the order paper. And Chair, the reason is this amendment is a redraft of subclause 3 aimed at clarifying the language, text, and also including the rights of persons with disabilities to access savings facilities in financial institutions. Further, it enhances access to savings and credit facilities in all financial institutions, not just the banks, Chair. Thank you.
Very well. So then I propose a question, which is that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. I put the question, which is that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question, which is at clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 6, 7, and 8.
I propose a question which is at clauses 6, 7, and 8 be part of the bill. I put the question which is at clause 6, 7, and 8 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I propose a question which is at clause 9 be part of the bill.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 9 be amended as per the order paper. And the first amendment is renumbering of the clause so as to accommodate a new subclause. The amendment to paragraph D, Chair, seeks to include and promote gender-appropriate assistance to children with disabilities, and particularly noting that these children require special attention to their specific gender needs. Chair, the new paragraphs expands the rights of children with disabilities to address societal concerns, e.g. assessing quality education, living with their families to ensure they are not rejected or abandoned to live in children's homes, and protection from abuse, exploitation, and harmful practices. Chair, the new subclause 2 aims to require that the best interest of the child with disability be the primary and paramount consideration in all actions and decisions concerning a child with disability in accordance with Article 53 of the Constitution. Chair.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is at clause 9 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. And I put the question which is at clause 9 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 9 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 10.
Propose a question which is at clause 10 be part of the bill. Chair.
I beg to move that clause 10 be amended as per the order paper. The amendment aims to remove ambiguity by replacing the word young person with the word youth, since the Constitution defines youth and not young person. This is the category persons contemplated in the clause, Chair.
Okay, so then I propose a question which is at clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. I put the question which is at clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Vice Chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it, and I put the question which is at clause 10 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I propose a question which is at clause 11 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 11 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I propose a question which is at clause 12 be part of the bill. Vice Chair.
I beg to move that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper, and this amendment guarantees the right of a person with disability to be issued with a disability identification card, which will facilitate access to benefits and privileges as a BWD chair.
Okay, then I propose a question which is at clause 12 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 12 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it, and I put the question which is at clause 12 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
I propose a question which is at clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 be now part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clauses 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 18.
I propose a question which is at clause 18 be part of the bill. Chair.
Clause 18, Chair. The amendment to subclause 1 and subclause 5 tends to remove the ambiguity and brings clarity to the right to education. First, in that every person with disability has the right to access quality education at all levels of education, that is basic, secondary, and tertiary. And secondly, that every child with disability has the right to free and compulsory basic education. Chair, the amendment in 8C2 deletes the superfluous phrase. The clause as it is without this phrase can stand alone. Chair, the amendment in 8C5 corrects the term used, that is by replacing adoptive with adaptive. The reason is that adaptive means adjusting to given circumstances. And in the context of this clause, it is the intended word. Chair, the new subclause 9A seeks to require an assessment to be carried out in order to place children with mental stroke intellectual disabilities in appropriate learning institutions. Many learners with disabilities have delayed milestones and need appropriate placements so that they can benefit from education offered from formative stages and advance themselves, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose the question which is at clause 18 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 18 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it, and I put the question which is clause 18 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
And it would be helpful, Honorable Chair, if you be brief, because I see members have these proposed amendments with them. So we can easily move very fast because they probably have seen it.
No problem.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 19 be amended as proposed by the, be part of the bill, sorry.
Clause 19, Chair. This removes the redundant word qualified, as it is expected that employers hire qualified person irrespective of disability. Further, the amendment removes the superfluous word solely, and use of the word solely may imply that employers may discriminate employees on grounds other than disability. It is essential that the law recognizes that discrimination happens on multiple and interesting grounds, and that persons with disabilities should be protected from discrimination on all these bases, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is at clause 19 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 19 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Put the question which is at clause 19 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
I propose a question which is at clause 20 be part of the bill. Yeah.
On clause 20, Chair, it is on the same reasons, superfluous word solely.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose the question which is at clause 20 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 20 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is clause 21 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
I propose a question which is at clause 21 be part of the bill. Chair.
21 has the same issue. It's just removal of the superfluous phrase, as it's anticipated that employers hire qualified person irrespective of disability.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is clause 21 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 21 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question which is at clause 21 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
I propose a question which is at clause 22 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 22 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 23.
I propose a question which is at clause 23 be part of the bill.
Chair, on 23, the amendment is to clarify that free medical services are to be offered by public health facilities, given that they receive government funding, unlike private health facilities, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is at clause 23 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 23 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 23 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 24.
I propose a question which is at clause 24 be now part of the bill.
Clause 24, Chair. One is to correct the grammatical error, and the other one is on television and radio station be replaced with media enterprise. Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 24 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 24 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 24 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 25.
I propose the question which is at clause 25 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 25 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I propose the question which is at clause 26 be part of the bill.
Chair, on 26, the amendment is to ensure access to sports, recreational and leisure and cultural activities by persons with disabilities. Thank you, Chair.
So I propose the question which is at clause 26 be amended as proposed. I put the question with that clause 26 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The aye has it. I put the question which is at clause 26 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
I propose a question with clause 27 be part of the bill.
Chair, clause 27, subclause 4 aims at provision on the right to mobility and use of assistive devices by BWDs. And on subclause 7, this is to ensure that properly designed walkways are constructed to guarantee brief movement by persons with disabilities. Chair.
So I propose a question with that clause 27 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 27 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question which is at clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 28.
I propose the question which is at clause 28 be part of the bill. Chair?
Yes, Chair. The amendment clarifies that it is persons aggrieved by the decision of the council who may appeal the decision. Thank you, Chair.
So I propose a question which is at clause 28 be part of the bill and not be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 28 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 28 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 29.
I propose a question which is at clause 29 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 29 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
I propose a question which is at clause 30 be part of the bill.
On clause 30, Chair, that one proposes that people living with disabilities may be paid special allowances to assist them live independently.
Very well. So then I propose the question which is at clause 30 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 30 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 30 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 31.
I propose a question which is at clause 31 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 31 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 32.
I propose a question which is at clause 32 be part of the bill.
Clause 32 is just correct the erroneous numbering in the entire clause to ensure logical flow of ideas in the legislation, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is at clause 32 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 32 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 33 and 34.
I propose the question which is at clauses 33 and 34 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clauses 33 and 34 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 35.
I propose a question which is at clause 35 be part of the bill.
Chair, clause 35, subparagraph 16, gives the council responsibility to advise on disaster preparedness with respect to persons with disabilities. And paragraph C clarifies the role of the council, which is advisory and not administrative. Chair.
All right, so then I propose a question which is at clause 35 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 35 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 35 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 36 and 37.
I propose a question which is at clauses 36 and 37 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 36 and 37 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 38.
I propose a question which is at clause 38 be part of the bill.
Clause 38, Chair, the amendment that 2 of the members of the council are proposed to its membership in order to represent persons with severe disability, including mental disability, and will accordingly be represented by a parent or guardian. Chair.
So then I propose a question which is that clause 38 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 38 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is clause 38 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 39.
I propose a question which is at clause 39 be part of the bill.
On clause 39, Honorable Chair, the amendment ensures that appointment of members to represent persons with severe disability is not hampered by the work experience requirement. Parents or guardians of persons with severe disabilities in 38D2 may not have the prescribed 5 years work experience in disability matters, but they require to be part of the council to advocate for issues concerning their children. Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 39 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 39 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 39 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 7, and 48.
I propose a question which is at clauses 40 through to 48 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clauses 40 to 48 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 49.
I propose a question which is at clause 49 be part of the bill.
On clause 49, Chair, that is to include appropriate phrase, that is money appropriated by the National Assembly and not money voted by the National Assembly. Thank you, Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 49 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 49 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 49 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 50, 51, and 52.
I propose a question which is at clauses 50, 51, and 52 be part of the bill. I put the question which is at clauses 50, 51, and 52 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 53.
I propose a question which is at clause 53 be part of the bill.
Chair, that ensures that the current benefits in law continue to be enjoyed by all persons with disabilities who have an income and not just those in employment. Chair, it also offers the clarity that the approval of income tax exemptions shall be in accordance with the Income Tax Act. And lastly, Chair, the amendment of subclause 3 ensures that all persons with disabilities enjoy the exemption from import duty and VAT with respect to materials, articles, and equipment they import, and not only those specially designed for their use, but including motor vehicles. Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 53 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 53 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When is our contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question which is at clause 53 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When is our contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 54.
I propose a question which is at clause 54 be part of the bill. I put the question which is at clause 54 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. When as our contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 55.
I propose a question which is at clause 55 be part of the bill.
Clause 55, Chair, introduces a specific action by the Cabinet Secretary to ensure that equal right of persons with disabilities to have equal access to credit. Chair.
Oh, order. Order. Okay, let's proceed. I propose the question which is at clause 55 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 55 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I propose a question. I put the question which is at clause 55 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 56.
I propose a question which is at clause 56 be part of the bill.
On clause 56.
Order, Honorable Kositany. Order, Honorable Kositany. Proceed.
On clause 56, Chair, the amendment deletes the word special, which is superfluous. The aim of the clause is to ensure barrier-free access by PWD's Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 56 be amended as proposed. I put the question which is at clause 56 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question which is at clause 56 and amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 57.
I propose a question which is at clause 57 be part of the bill.
Yes, Chair. I beg to move that clause 57 be amended as per the order paper. And the justification is that the amendment seeks to clarify that the provision of free postal services to persons with disabilities in respect of postal services provided by the public postal service provider and not private entities. Chair.
So I propose a question which is at clause 57 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 57 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 57 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 58.
I propose the question which is at clause 58 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 58 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 59.
I propose a question which is at clause 59 be part of the bill.
Chair, 59 is just to remove the word only because that is a superfluous. Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 59 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 59 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 59 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
When as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 60.
I propose a question which is at clause 60 be part of the bill.
Clause 60.
And I put the question. Yes, let me check. Yes, you have an amendment. Sorry, Chair.
Honorable Chair, Clause 60 is the same issue, removing the word only, because that is superfluous. And the offense of concealment and penalties is also deleted from this clause because it's already accommodated comprehensively in clause 61, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose the question which is at clause 59. Clause 60 be amended as proposed. And I put the question which is at clause 60 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 60 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 61, 62, and 63.
I propose the question which is at clauses 61, 62, and 63 be part of the bill. I put the question which is at clause 61, 62, and 63 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 64.
I propose a question which is at clause 64 be part of the bill. Honorable Gideon Koskei.
Clause 64, Chair. The deletion of subclause 4
sorry, Chair, you will be wondering why I've decided to make a choice.
No
I
problem.
think it's also good that as much as you are chairing that committee, I also mention your name because you are representing a constituency.
Thank you,
which
Chair.
is Chebalungu constituency. And by the way, you are doing very well in moving this because looking at how we have gone, I think you are doing extremely well. So proceed, Honorable.
Thank you,
Koskei.
Chair. I beg to move that clause 64 be amended as per the order paper. The deletion of subclause 4 is necessary as the clause concerns medical negligence by medical practitioners. The amendment to subclause 8 is a redraft to clarify the text. Thank you, Chair.
Very well. So then I propose the question which is at clause 64 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. And I put the question which is at clause 64 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 64 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72.
I propose a question which is at clauses 65 through to 72 be part of the bill. And I put the question which is at clause 65 through to 72 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 73.
I propose a question which is at clause 73 be part of the bill. Honorable Koskei.
Chair, clause 73, the amendment seeks to ensure that public offices at the county level of government also establish disability mainstreaming units. It is observed that assessment of PWDs is a major function of the county's chair.
So then I propose the question which is at clause 73 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. I put the question which is at clause 73 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 73 now is amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 74.
I propose a question which is at clause 74 be part of the bill. Honorable Koskei.
Okay, Chair, clause 74, the proposed clause on reservation of housing units for purchase by PWD may create serious implementation challenges that could potentially hamper government projects where there are not enough persons with disabilities to purchase 5% of all houses to be constructed by the government. Thank you, Chair.
So then I propose a question which is at clause 74 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. I put the question which is at clause 74 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And I put the question which is at clause 74. Sorry. Let's proceed. I realize that was a deletion, so there is no point to put it as part of the bill.
Clauses 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80.
I propose a question which is at clauses 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80 be part of the bill. I put the question which is at clause 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contra opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 81.
I propose a question which is at clause 81 be part of the bill.
Chair, clause 81. I beg to move that clause 81 be amended as per the order paper. And the amendment to paragraph 1 is a savings clause that recognizes the validity of any documents, orders, certificates, permits, etc. granted under the current Act, e.g. disability certificates or cards issued by the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. Chair, the amendment to paragraph 2 ensures there is no uncertainty or lacuna in the transition of the National Development Fund for Persons with Disabilities from the parent Act to regulations. The proposed provisions also aim to safeguard the sanctity of the fund and ensure that the purpose for which it was established is inviolable. In this regard, the proposal guides that the administration of the fund, once re-established, shall face the same to the Council as the watchdog of the rights of persons with disabilities. Honorable Chair, I beg to move.
All right, so then I propose the question which is at clause 81 be amended as proposed by Honorable Koskei. I put the question which is at clause 81 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it, and I put the question which is at clause 81 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clauses. New clause 24A.
The mover, the Honorable Koskei.
Honorable.
Move second reading on this one.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 24A now be read a second time.
Very well. So,
Honorable Chair, this new clause is proposed to ensure financial institutions use universal designs in service provision for all. This will guarantee access of such services by persons living with disabilities.
Very well. So then I propose a question which is a new clause, just a minute, new clause 24A be now read a second time. I put the question which is at new clause 24A be now read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
Yes. Yes, so now, honorable members, I propose a question which is at new clause 24A be part of the bill. And I put the question which is that new clause 24A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Yeah, then we go to the next.
schedules. First and second schedule.
I propose a question which is that the first and second schedule be part of the bill. I put the question which is that the first and the second schedule be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose a question which is that clause 2 be part of the bill.
Yes, Chair. I beg to move that clause 2 be amended as per the order paper. The amendment seeks to align the definition of disability with the definition in the Constitution and international instruments concerning the rights of persons with disabilities, Chair.
So then I propose a question which is that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. I put the question which is that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question which is that clause 2 as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Long title.
I propose a question which is that the long title be the long title to the bill.
Yes, Chair. The proposed amendment seeks to highlight one of the major gains in the bill, that is the provisions on incentives and reliefs for persons living with disabilities. Honorable Chair, thanks.
So then I propose a question which is that the long title be the long title to the order members. So I propose a question which is that the long title be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. I put the question which is that the long title be amended as proposed by the Honorable Koskei. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. And as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And then I propose a question which is that the long title as amended be now part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose a question which is that the title be the title to the bill. I put the question which is that the title be the title to the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose a question which is that clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question which is that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Now I've come to the end of that particular one, so let me call the mover of the bill to move reporting.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Persons with Disabilities Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2021, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Okay, so I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Persons with Disabilities Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2021, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. So then we will in the meantime, go to the next bill and see if we are able to move. That is going to be the NECDF. That's the National Government Constituencies Development Fund Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2021. I want to confirm if there is if the mover is here. Who is moving this particular one? That be the case, we Honorable Tongi. Honorable Tongi is not moving this one. You want to come back? Who is moving this particular piece? Okay. So then this one we will step it down to next available opportunity. It's a fairly short one. I really wish the chair was here. But then we will proceed with the rest. So all right.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Other members, we shall have the chair on military veterans bill. The chairperson.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I will start with the first one. So I beg to report that the committee of the whole House has considered the Military Veterans Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2022, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I also request Honorable Tongi, Chair of Defense, to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the whole House.
The Honorable Tongi.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I direct that the next necessary steps in this regard be undertaken when this matter will be set down on the order paper next time. They are next. Yes, the Persons with Disabilities Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2021.
I thank you once more, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the Persons with Disabilities Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2021, and approved the same with amendments.
Roel, mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I also request the Honorable Koskei to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the whole House.
The Honorable Koski.
Honorable Speaker, I support. I second.
Well, honorable members, I then propose the question, which is that the House will agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I direct that the next necessary steps in this regard be undertaken when the matter will be set down on the order paper the next time. Next.
Elliot and Master once talked about the avians. They said the current avian king is ambitious. He'd like to start a war with our kind. Watch out!
Good job. We tracked them all the way here, expecting to catch a few for questions.
Someday he's going to rebel and cause trouble.
We've got Mars. No need to worry.
Prince, my apologies.
Get lost.
But Prince, do you know who he is?
I'm taking this seriously.
We're way out at that time.
Tarehe 28 Mei, barabara zote zinaelekea Harris Tavern, Nairobi. Manake kutakuwa na kongamano kubwa sana la rumba siku hiyo. Kikosi kizima cha Bridge Over Congo kimeandaa tamasha kali sana kwa nyinyi wapenzi wa muziki wa rumba.
Oh yes, there will be lots of fun. Talk of nyama choma, lots of drinks, lots of giveaways from KBC, and not forgetting to mention rumba music with DJ Walter. Oh, and did I mention that there'll be free t-shirts for the